bucks out, they're all reading what?
There's money in it.
Tupperware, there's money in it. Everything you do should be purposeful at your party and should be, something should come from it. 90% of the things that I do at my demonstration are towards dating and recruiting. Because we're going to get sales because people love Tupperware and they want to buy Tupperware, don't they? So I really gear a lot of my party towards dating and recruiting the host and the guest. All right? So the first thing I do is I bring up my host. Jeanette, you want to be my host? Okay. So many people are recording. I'm trying to pick somebody not recording. So I bring up my host and I ask her, I say, help me out, will you, Jeanette? Will you pull my Tupper bucks out of there?
Sure.
Could I have gotten my own money out?
Yeah.
Yes. But she's pulling it out. There's a lot of money in there, isn't there, Jeanette?
There sure is.
Do you know when you sell Tupperware, you make a lot of money? How many of you get paid what you're worth at your job? Okay, how many of you get paid what they think you're worth? Right. So in Tupperware, we truly get paid what we're worth. When we decide we want a pay raise, we get it. Okay, thank you, Jeanette. Zip that up for me. Thank you. So Jeanette's my host tonight, and thank you guys for coming. Thank you, Jeanette, for opening up your home. This is such a pretty home. I've got some gifts for you. Now, Jeanette, this is for you just for holding your party on the original date. This is a snack cup. It's a mini snack cup. It's half of a normal snack cup. It's perfect for all kinds of things like ketchups and mustards and salads and any barbecue, any kind of dipping things you'd like to dip. I love it for that. What would you guys use it for?
Cheerios.
Cheerios? That would be good for Cheerios.
Vitamin in the car.
Vitamins, M&Ms. I need this one for M&Ms. That's one. Yeah. Okay, so this is yours for holding your party on the original date. That's very important to say that because what I just tell all my future hosts, hold your party on the date we dated it. Even if she moved, I'm still going to give her this and say that because I want them to hold the party on the original date. Now, it depends on what I challenge my hosts with. A lot of my hosts, I like to give them a challenge to turn in their guest list. So I tell them, I'm giving you a gift for turning in a guest list. Not one, not two, but 3 of our smidgets. Now, turning in a guest list only takes a smidget of your time, and she turns it into me not just fast, but super, super, super fast, so I gave her 3 smidgets. A smidget is something you cannot buy. You can only earn from a host. Now, I wrap everything that I give my host. I mean, can you imagine what this would look like unwrapped? It's nice because it's Tupperware and it's valued at $6, $7, but wrapped just really puts the icing on the cake. It's like handing somebody a cupcake with no icing versus icing. Which one do you think they want?
Icing.
Icing, okay? And then 3 smidgets. Very inexpensive, but can be a very big gift if wrapped like this. All right? So this is for you handing me your guest list. And then I challenged Jeanette to have paid outside orders before I got here. Do you think she had any? Yes. She did. Now, I called her before I came and asked her how many she had, so I wrapped it up for her. Jeanette has not 1, not 2, but 3 paid outside orders. Now, the average paid outside order is about $40. So if you multiply that times 3, it's $120, and I haven't even done any work yet, have I? So would I give away 3 additional? Now she's got a complete set, doesn't she? So I'd love to challenge you guys at your in-home demo, don't say party, at your in-home demo to beat Jeanette. She's only got 4. You guys can get as many as you like. I've had hosts get 7, 8, 9, 10. All right? So, and then I go into, Jeanette, this is one of the options that you may want to choose. Now, these are for you to take home tonight, but there's a ton of stuff Tupperware's going to give you or let you be able to choose. And I'll talk about this in a minute, okay? And then I let Jeanette sit down with her gifts, and we do a door prize drawing. So that's how I start my party. Now, I do auction money. I give everybody $1,000 for coming. In my invitation, it says if you bring an extra guest, you get $5,000, so I give them $5,000 for bringing an extra guest. If you bring a paid outside order, you get $10,000. And then I'm going to give you credit for that order towards your party. So in other words, and I go ahead and explain that, and I say, now Jeanette, Mary brought her girlfriend, plus she brought a $40 order. Mary, I'm going to give you $40 credit towards your party to start with. We've all got pool credit, right? From sampling. So why not go ahead and give Mary $40 towards her party? Don't you think she's going to work harder to have a party now? So sometimes I use my pool credit as an incentive, or sometimes I'll even say, hey, I've got a $75 order for the first party that books. I only have one. But let me know, because we're only allowed to do up to $75, right? So I've got a $75 order I'm going to put on the first party that books if somebody books tonight to help Jeanette out. Helps me get more datings. And helps me get them in close. Do we want to date a party 3 weeks away or in a week? A week. All right? So I go ahead and start with the ask me about my job. Give everybody $1,000 for coming, and I say, guys, let's go ahead and start with some trivia. If you think you know the answer, just yell it out. You don't have to raise your hand. And then I start with, who knows what the healthiest vegetable is? Broccoli. Oh, you're so close. It's crispy. It's green. And then they guess. Come on, guess.
Asparagus?
Asparagus, close. It's crispy.
Celery.
That's it. But your body language and how you act right here sets the tone for the whole entire party. If you cross your arms and go, nope, wrong. Nope, wrong. No one's gonna even talk anymore, are they? But this is your chance for you to give them some information, for them to feel like they got food for thought, some value from the party, and it's going to give you a chance to really become their girlfriend instead of the Tupperware lady. Because you want to be their Tupperware lady, but you also want to be their girlfriend. And whenever your girlfriend says, hey, did you know that the newest diet is the green tea diet? And you're like, really? Right? That's what your girlfriend does, right? Or says, hey, did you try that new restaurant over in so-and-so? They've got a great deal. You're like, really? Wow. All right, I'll try it. So have those kind of expressions, the same expressions you have with your girlfriends, because it's contagious. The happier you are, the more contagious it is, all right? And for people on my team who are like, that's not my personality, I tell them, pretend like you're on a Broadway play, and you're me. Zip up your Susie suit, and just get out there, and you're like, all right, I gotta be like Susie, I'm gonna do it. And then it'll be contagious. And after a while, it'll just start being second nature. But the happier you are and the more bubbly you are, the more happy they'll be, and they'll be happy, okay? So then we start with questions about my job. And this is the part where you really have to get them to talk to you about your job. And this is usually in the living room when we're doing this. So I say, come on guys, I'm going to pay you money, and you can ask me any question, even the ones your mom said you shouldn't ask, except for don't ask me about my weight. That's not cute. All right? Or my age. All right. So any question about my job?
How many parties do you have to do?
How many parties do I have to? Ooh, that's a good one. I don't ever have to do any parties. I get to. But I do on average about 2 a week. Income, how much do you make? That's a very good question. A week? Last month, my bonus check was $4,400. So, about $1,100 a week, I guess. Come on, more questions. Doesn't matter how big or small.
Do I have a quota?
Do you have a quota? No, I've heard that before, and there probably are some companies out there that have quotas, but in Tupperware, they don't. We don't ever focus on any quotas. There's no have-tos. There's a lot of get-tos in Tupperware. Do you like awards and things like that? Tupperware is big on rewards. Almost weekly, there's something we get to earn just for doing what we do. Do you get to earn something every day for going to your job? No, sorry. So I did a few more questions about my job, and if I don't have the answer, and I tell my girls, if you don't have the answer, say, that's a great question. I'm going to write that down. I'm going to get back to you, Alicia, on that. That's a great question. Because then they sit here and say, I don't have to have every answer. If you do every party perfect, and everything is perfect every time, then they're going to look at you and say, I could never do that. If you find that you're not getting datings, you need to start dropping stuff. So then they say, oh, wow, look at her. She can make money and drop everything. I'm going to be a millionaire, right? I'm going to be really rich. Okay, so then I bring them into the kitchen to do a demo. Now, if they're not going where I need them to go, or they're not doing what I need them to do, then I use my auction money. And I say, okay, the first 5 in the kitchen get auction money. And they all follow you, like a herd of cattle. They're running, they're coming, right? They want this auction money. Because in the beginning I've said, I'm going to give you guys each $1,000 auction money, and at the very end I'm going to pull things out that you cannot buy. And you're going to want to have more money than your neighbor, because we're going to have a live open auction. And you're going to wish you'd asked me 4 or 5 more questions right now. So that's the time when you guys are no longer friends. There's no pooling money. There's no sharing, because you can't share a bowl, right? She gets the seal, you get the bowl. I'm going to pull things out and you can take them home for free. All right, so you want as much of this money as possible. And then in a little bit, when we pull the catalogs out, if you do something, God bless you, if you don't do what Simon says, you may lose your money. So be ready for that, all right? Play Simon Says, well, I get to take their money back. Okay, so now I go in the kitchen, and they're all standing around the table, and I always position myself where my back's to the wall, and there's as many places as possible for them to stand. Now, new consultants, this is absolutely what I suggest they do at a party. They have their kit out, they show their kit, and they start by saying, this right here is what you get when you start Tupperware. Because if they're doing just personal parties and not recruiting, they're not going to build their business as fast. It's not going to be as lucrative for them as if they're recruiting and building a team, right? So this is what you get for joining Tupperware. Tonight we're going to use several of these pieces, and we can go ahead and we can get you started tonight, and you can start selling as soon as a week, because your kit will be here within 3 to 5 business days. So go ahead and have them do the salsa. You guys have seen the salsa, right? And I have them make an omelet in the omelet maker. And just these 2 items. Can they get the scissors and the stack cooker and all of that later? Yes. But if I'm doing a brand new consultant's grand opening, all I do is the salsa and the omelet. Because a lot of people love omelet with their salsa. Wait a minute, salsa with their omelet, right? So salsa and the omelet. And they don't need a whole omelet each, do they? No. This is a taste. Is this a meal? No. It's a taste. So I use my can opener to open the can. I use measuring spoons. I use a Southwest Chipotle. The omelet that's my favorite to do is turkey, avocado, and Southwest Chipotle omelet. Sliced turkey, sliced avocados with the eggs and Chipotle seasoning. Very easy. I use, of course, my spatula, the reason why I joined Tupperware. And I talk about our fridge smarts. So that's whenever I hand out catalogs. And I'll give everybody a catalog, and I'll say, where's your, you can't open it yet. We're about to play Simon Says. So everybody show me your money. And if they don't have a lot of money, I'll give everybody 3 Tupper bucks. And I'll say, we're about to play Simon Says. If Simon says something and you do it, I give you money. If Simon didn't say it and you're doing it, then I have to take your money away. So don't open your catalogs.